Leftists pushing woke culture are at it again, this time in the United Kingdom. A chaplain at a Christian boarding school is taking legal action after he was fired in 2018 for telling students they should make up their own minds about the LGBTQ agenda. Administrators at TRENT College near Derbyshire, England, imposed an LGBT-inclusive, quote, educate and celebrate curriculum at the school. Teachers were instructed on how to, quote, embed gender, gender identity, and sexual orientation into the fabric of the school. Chaplain Reverend Bernard Randall says he became alarmed when he learned staff were urged to chant "Smash heteronormativity" during training sessions. So the 48-year-old chaplain preached a sermon offering a biblical view of gender identity and same-sex relationships. Imagine that happening at a Christian school. Wow. His sermon talked about showing love and respect for people with differing views. And then someone reported Chaplain Randall to PREVENT. That's a British authority that deals with terrorism threats.
I was thinking, I'm never going to work again because I've been accused of being a terrorist. This is the sermon I gave in June 2018. But remember that religious belief is just as protected in law as sexual orientation. And no one has the right to discriminate against you or be abusive towards you. I couldn't comprehend how I'd done anything so wrong that I needed to be suspended. Ruffled a few feathers, maybe, but then as a Christian minister, sometimes that's your job. No one should be discriminated against simply for who he or she is. There was not a word of violence. I wasn't stirring up anything except respect. Respect people you disagree with. Love your neighbour. And the fact that in this day and age, a sermon should be deemed effectively blasphemous by other people. It would just never have occurred to me before this happened that that could be something that would happen in 21st century Britain, which I thought was a liberal, tolerant society.
Liberal and tolerant? Not in England, folks. If you disagree with the leftist woke crowd and refuse to celebrate their choices, you get fired, even from a Christian school. This reminds me of communist China, where the sermons of pastors are monitored and Christians are persecuted for not embracing the government's atheistic ideology. And if you think this anti-Christian wokeism is staying in the UK, you're mistaken. It's starting to happen right here in America. But if I remember history correctly, didn't we rise up and fight against oppressive British practices? Thank God we won that war. And we shall win the cultural war. But for that to happen, we must reject this wokeism nonsense, pray, and sincerely return to the Judeo-Christian ethics that have caused our Creator to bless us, those godly ideas and practices that have made our nation great. Well, that's it today from the Global Lane. Watch for us on the CBN News Channel, social media, and our broadcast affiliates. And until next time, be blessed.